Your first year of wholesaling is going to kick your ass. And it has nothing to do with how many hours you're putting in. I know this because I've done over 400 deals, been in this industry for over 13 years, and have coached hundreds of students who were exactly where you are right now. You're not failing because you're not working hard. You're failing because of what you're working on. And most people never figure that out. But if you want to know the real reason your first year is so hard, the stuff that nobody in this industry wants to admit, stay with me because I'm going to give you 7 hard truths nobody wants to talk about. Truth number 1, your first year is hard because no one gave you the right foundation. Not because wholesaling is hard. Nobody tells you this. They say you need to pull a list. They tell you to start cold calling. They say go make money. And you do it. You pull the list, you make the calls, you send the text, and nothing happens. So you think you're doing something wrong, but you're not. The blueprint they gave you was broken before you even started. I spent years grinding on the wrong model. Volume, volume, volume. More calls, more marketing, more everything. And I started to hate real estate. The business isn't hard. The system most people are teaching you, that's what's hard. And until you fix the foundation, nothing else matters. Truth number 2, you're talking to sellers every day and still not closing because nobody taught you how to actually talk to them. Here's something nobody wants to admit. 93% of your success on a seller call has nothing to do with what you say. It's how you show up, your energy, your tone, your certainty. Most beginners get on a call and they sound like they're reading from a script. Or worse, they sound desperate. And sellers feel every bit of that. The moment a seller feels like they're just a transaction to you, it's over. They shut down, the number they want goes up, and you hang up thinking the seller was unrealistic. They weren't. You just never connected with them. Learning how to talk to sellers, really talk to them, is the single most important skill in this business. And almost nobody teaches it in the first year. So truth number 3, you keep pulling bigger lists thinking more leads will fix it. They won't. When things aren't working, the natural instinct is to do more. More leads, more channels, more outreach. I see it all the time. Beginners running direct mail, cold calling, text blasting, paper leads, Facebook ads, all at the same time, and still not closing deals. And they wonder why. It's because you don't have a lead problem, you have a conversion problem. You're not throwing more volume at a broken approach and expecting different results. You're throwing more volume at a broken approach and expecting different results. You don't need more leads. You need to get better at converting the ones you already have. Diluted focus gets you diluted results. Stop spreading yourself thin and start going deep. Truth number 4, you're treating sellers like numbers. And they can tell. I hear it all the time from beginners. These sellers are just so unrealistic. They want too much. And every time I hear that, I already know what happened on that call. You got on, asked about beds, baths, conditions of the house, what their asking price is, and you never once found out why they're selling. Here's the truth. Sellers don't sell because of the house. They sell because of their situation, because of their stress, because of what's happening in their life. When you skip that part and go straight to the number, you're telling them this is just a transaction. And because they feel that way, it becomes one. Oceans apart on price, call goes nowhere. But when you take the time to actually connect with the seller, to understand what they're going through, everything changes. The price gap closes. The trust builds. And deals that look dead come back to life. Truth number 5, you're studying the wrong people. Every guru you're watching is doing 20, 30 deals a month. Big team, big budget, big overhead. And you're sitting there in your first year comparing your results to theirs, wondering what you're doing wrong. That's not a blueprint. That's a completely different business model. Those people need volume because their average deal is $5,000 to $10,000. They can't survive without it. You don't want that business. You want to build something where 2 deals a month at call it $30,000, $40,000 each, changes your life. Stop comparing your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 10, especially when their chapter 10 is in a whole different book. Truth number 6, your first deal will feel like relief for about 6 hours. Then the doubt hits harder. Everyone thinks first deal is going to fix everything. The anxiety, the uncertainty, the wondering if this actually works. And for the first few hours, it kind of does. And then it hits you. Was that luck? Can I do it again? What if that was a one-time thing? Here's what no one tells you. The first deal doesn't give you confidence. It exposes whether or not you have a system. If you got that deal because you got lucky on a call or a motivated seller fell in your lap, you're going to feel that pressure immediately. But if you got that deal because you followed a repeatable process, you already know exactly what to do next. The goal after your first deal isn't celebration, it's replication. And that only happens if you built something worth repeating. Truth number 7, your first deal won't give you the identity. The identity has to come first. Here's the biggest trap in your first year, and nobody talks about it. You're waiting for a deal to make you feel like an investor. You think once I close that first deal, once the money hits, once I can say I did it, then I'll believe it. Then I'll show up differently. Then I'll have the confidence. But that's completely backwards. I've coached over 100 students, and the ones who broke through, the ones who went from $5,000 wholesale deals to over $50,000 deals, they didn't change their marketing. They didn't find a better market. They didn't even get a new CRM. The one thing that changed was how they saw themselves before the result showed up. Your business will never outgrow your identity. So if you're still operating like someone who's just trying to figure this out, hesitating on calls, second guessing your offers, chasing any deal that comes your way, that's exactly the business you're going to keep building. The deal doesn't create the investor creates the deal. Start showing up like the version of you that already closes $30,000 to $40,000 deals, and watch how fast everything around you starts to match it. If you're still here, that already puts you ahead of most people who clicked on this video and left when they heard something they didn't want to hear. That means you're ready for the truth. So here's what I want you to do. Don't quit because the first 3 months feel slow. Don't pivot every time a new guru posts a new strategy. And don't confuse being busy with actually building a business. Drop a comment below and tell me where you're at right now in your first year. I read every single one. And if you want to know exactly what's holding you back, not a guess, not generic advice, take the free wholesaler quiz at pwmquiz.com. It takes roughly 2 minutes, and it's going to show you exactly where you are and what you need to focus on right now. Because the wholesalers who make it aren't the ones who work the hardest in their first year. They're the ones who figured it out, that they were working the wrong system, and had the courage to change it. So go check out that free quiz, and I'll catch you on the next one.